With this beautiful view, we start today's vlog by taking your last walk around Miami Beach. You, lover of this wonderful city, are you enjoying this series? A G63 is parked next to us like it's just any car. It's wild how many G63s are here. Today is the day to eat all the movie foods, John Stone's crab. Famous from documentaries, right? Many movies have talked about it since 1910, visited by celebrities, and even mentioned in Scarface. So it's a restaurant that kind of has that old Miami mafia vibe. It used to be run by mafias. Let's start with it. There's one I really want to go to in the middle of the day, and it's all themed after a movie you've probably seen. Everyone's seen Tom Hanks and Forrest Gump. Bubba Gump is just the restaurant's name. We're on Washington Wave now, right in front of you. Look, turn left. I think that's it on your right? Valet is so expensive, $15. Let's park on the street instead. I can find a spot if everything goes well, but maybe I messed up. I stopped at Pay to Park and there's a sign there saying it's a Joey's self-parking lot, probably without paying for this whole Joey's area. And there it is, Joey's, the house across the street, looks beautiful. I skipped the valet, paid $4.25 for street parking instead of $11, but I could have parked for free nearby. That's life, right? You keep learning. It's good that you're watching this vlog so you already have an idea of where you can park and what you're gonna do. Joey's just entered the hall. Here we have an American bar where people are having drinks and it's like the end of the night in the middle of the afternoon, right? He came here. This is the hall where he'll guide you to where you're going, whether you're going inside or outside. He welcomes you there like a hotel host. Here, we have an entrance hall where people enjoy a happy little brunch and eat their crab happily. The place is packed, looking like an old house of a billionaire mobster, and it takes up an entire block. There's an outdoor area with some sun for brunch, and an indoor area, where I am now, that looks like a hall where he once threw parties. There's an area inside that's kind of like an American-style bar, dark, with those tones, perfect for a nice date. We offer a wide menu with every crab option imaginable, from the claw to a whole king crab arm, for $170.95. This is our menu. We have the starters there, soup, salad, the meats. Then we have Joe Stone's crabs. This is where the grown-up fun begins. This is where the son cries and the mother doesn't see. $134.95. We have jumbo, large, select, medium. It's tough for me, man. When I see this menu, I think I'll choose something cheaper so we can get more elsewhere. But I don't know when I'll be back. Should we just go straight for the jumbo? And then we have the potaries and vegetables, which are your side dishes. Dessert. There's no dessert on this menu. No dessert, just like good restaurants before the 2000s so. Always a nice selection of warm, beautiful breads. And classic butters. This one here is even unsalted. Look, unsalted butter. The impeccable service at classic establishments is truly admirable. Usually these are people who have been here for 50 years. And this idea of serving in suits like this, the difference in the suits, there are the higher-ups who probably they'll be in their purple suits, then there are the attendants who will be in their black suits. I think that's cool. Mantequilla, on your bread, more butter than bread. The first bread I picked is really dry, so let's try the second one. It's much softer. Fluffzia. Onion bread has onion and apple both inside and out, so you can see the warm onion inside too. Does yours ever remind you of croissant dough compared to the first? A mix of croissant with Cala de Santos bread. There was a little crunch from the sesame seeds. Our fourth bread, it looks like half of a fluffy muffin preheated in the oven now, right? It has a crunchy outer layer. This one, the onion one by far, the best bread so far. This reminds me of the times I used to go with my dad. My dad would have a great time at this restaurant today. Actually, he would enjoy this whole tour today. He loves seafood, right? We used to go to Bubba a lot for bread baskets. Restaurants should bring back that tradition. Bread baskets and free water. It's interesting. When you're sitting here, you hear all kinds of languages. There's Spanish, but not just Spanish. One kind of Spanish, because there are many types, right? You hear Italian and English. It's wild. I can't tell if it's chorizo or caramelized onion. It looks like a dark bread with caramelized onion. The onion, it has this funny thing because when it goes through intense cooking, it turns sweet, right? Really crazy. Like, depending on the temperature of the food, everything changes. The excellent sweet and sour bread and the fat from the butter really enhance the sweetness. Third bread today. Great sequence. To start, here we have the beautiful crab sequence. We have the crab claw, the crab leg, and shrimp. I'll film it nicely for you so you can see it up close. Delicious king crab claw, and its leg here, which actually looks like a lobster if you look closely. Shrimp, tomato fritter, and roasted tomatoes. Bye. Thank you, ma'am. I just asked to make it look cute in the video in this little shot of us eating crab. Start with the tomato first.
What's up?
Tomato is easily the best food you can have in your life. It hardly needs anything. Just grilled on its own, it's already fantastic. They add some cheese, so it tastes like it's already on bread. Look at this large, cleaned shrimp. Funny how I'm doing the opposite of normal life, right? All the cold seafood they bring, even on a little tray of ice. And the hot tomato? Interesting sauce. I didn't ask about it or listen to the menu. I could be wrong, but it seems a lot like a truffle mayonnaise to me. The little edge, the knee, right, of the crab. Awesome. Look at how much meat you get on the first try. It's way better than eating those other crabs. You have to break everything and only get a little bit. You have to suck on the claw. I only had real king crab once in Japan, grilled over a grill, right? This one here, it's chilled, room temperature. Feels like you're eating it fresh. Simply fantastic. If you love crab, you break everything and suck the claws. If you ever get the chance, you'll be so happy. Look, I got all the inside part here. Your job seems well paid. Almost every time you grab here, you get lots of meat. Perfect temperature, amazing flavor. Wow, really good. It's really good to get the excess meat. On your side, we have the Great Patona. It's her time. The Great Patona. Look how beautiful. It's already kind of broken up for you, so you don't have the trouble of breaking it. They do all the work for you. Americans don't like this work. There's still meat here. Take it all out. See? There's a little piece left. I had a lot of this in the Northeast, but not this size. Man. I admit that when I ordered it, I was a little worried about asking for it cold. I thought, man, I've never eaten it like this. Will I like it? And I didn't regret it for a minute. And I noticed I'm not a great French speaker. The table next to the French people asked about my dish and ordered it too, excitedly. The trio is a great choice to order. Even with king crab, you'll still get messy. As for the bib, seriously, it's important for your life. If you're a guy who works after lunch, my lunch is working. I can't be dirty, right? I don't know if you're ready. Patona. Oh, I messed up. Damn, I really messed up. What do I do now? Thank you. It's really good that she noticed I was struggling here. Thank you, miss. Broke my leg. You can't leave anything since every item left costs you money. Take it, Lala Jotona. The best part I ate was the very first one. This one here really reminds me of kani. In the ranking, it would be knee paw legs. Grilled, this is amazing. I remember the one in Japan was also great grilled, but much thicker than this. This one isn't as much, this isn't the jumbo, you know, it's a smaller, softer claw. Look, I'm starting to get more professional, huh? It's crazy how juicy it is. It's like I am eating the Wagyu beef of the sea. It's funny, right? Like ice cream sells air, king crab is just water. You drink it for its juiciness. That's what makes it tastier. The muscle's water retention. This is muscle. I don't think so, right? Sorry for my ignorance in biology. I'm from communications. People say they're from sciences or humanities. I don't like either of them. I just have the ability to communicate with people. I didn't think so, but it's a complete meal with plenty of protein. For me, every sushi restaurant should serve it with ice like this now. Few things are better than eating something completely fresh. When she asked if I liked butter, she brought it to me perfectly warm. Look. Dip the shrimp in melted butter. Let's see. Simply the best shrimp in butter you can have. Wow, that's insane. Gabriel, who lived in Orlando 6 years ago, never thought he'd like cold food. It's surprising how our tastes have changed. For the better. The dish costs $80 and serves one, but can be shared. The $80 covers only the dish. I'm not talking about tomato, that's another $15. Come on, just a crab leg. And I like that it comes with a little fork so you can poke at the bigger ends here. See? I managed to get all the meat. Here goes the last little tomato beans plate on top. It's not exactly an establishment, but a street. Ocean Drive starts here, right at this apartment complex. This is the very start of Ocean Drive, where several Miami movies, including Miami Vice, were filmed. If you've watched it at some point, damn, Bad Boys was filmed on this stretch, right here too. We have Scarface, which was made on this street. There's something about Mary, something's up with Mary. I don't recall the exact translation. There are cafes and establishments here. I think the most famous street in Miami Beach would be this one. Ocean Drive is really big, right? Finding parking here is always impossible. So a little bike is the best option. Take your little tour and get to know this beautiful city. We have areas with a lot of buildings, and there will be parts where you can see the beach from here. A bit further ahead, that's where it starts. It's pretty hard. No. I'm learning about it just like you, so this bike ride is totally new for me. I'll do my best and share it. Look, the beach is right there on the right. From 5th Street on, we start to see it. The beach is on your right and gets livelier. This whole area is pretty much just buildings. Look, the hotels keep their old structures. They don't update them. Look, ice cream, you're going to have rolled gelato, oceanotica, and the way it is, you're going to eat some good pasta. And look, from here, the building on your right ends and the beach begins. Man, I feel like one of the most ridiculous people, wearing pants and sneakers at the beach. But for some restaurants, we need to wear pants. Beach to our right. And here is where our beautiful All the Freaks movies were filmed, on your left side. If I'm not mistaken, we're going to pass in front of the Versace mansion here too, right? That's where he used to live. And it became a historical landmark because it was one of the few houses that remained. It was in front of the Beach Bike Hotel. On your left side, I don't know, man, if you like this kind of tourism. I used to love doing this here. When I lived in the United States, I used to do a lot of daily vlogs. It's not just about eating. Look, Crab Shack, you eat at the big beach, dead Samory. If you want to have some pizza, ciao bella. Very famous, highly rated on TripAdvisor. For a nice meal, Manirinho, Central Area Hotel Chow. I have no idea how much it costs to stay on the beach. Cuban soul. Man, there are a lot of Cuban references here. Almost everything you see will be Cuban inspired. The city's most famous sandwiches are Cuban, and many Cubans work here. It's basically a Latin spot in the United States, right? Is it? If I'm not mistaken, on this corner, they do the drift here. On this corner and turn in. And then another avenue appears. You end up getting to know Miami. If you watch Bad Boys, they do the drift on this corner here. And then another avenue in Miami appears. It's not a continuation since they're not wide, right? They use the cinematic effect. Colony Hotel Boulevard Hotel. Here it's a row of cute little hotels, right? I confess. Stay here for a night to experience Miami Beach. But remember, these are old hotels. Do they keep their original structure? How standard? It's good for you to spend a day. They're expensive. Look, this one is really famous. My coffees. This little corner to have a coffee. Man, it's been a while since I took this walk. From Daily Vlog. Tropical Cafe 2. You're mostly paying for the location. Miami is already pricey. Beachfront is even more so. Breakwater to your left. I feel like a tour guide speaking to a great camera. I spent a day here. It was busiest at night. I wouldn't recommend everything. That one over there, Flaminguinho, on 10th Street, is something else. An interesting fact, the street. It stretches from one side of Miami Beach to the other side of Miami. Everything in Miami Beach is also available on the Miami side, no island crossing needed. This is where Drag A became famous for their shows, eventually gaining fame and moving to Las Vegas for better opportunities, and ended up leaving the Palace Club. The little tour bus is for you to take, offering the same tour as mine but narrated in English, and probably better. A lizard is in the street as people take pictures. Look, man, there are always going to be a lot of animals here. Like in the trees, you'll find parrots. It's really crazy. To them, squirrels are just rats, but we find them cute. People can tell we're Brazilian when they see us photographing squirrels. The Red Hat Burger ice cream spot looks pretty cool here. The owner probably had red hair, right? People sometimes value themselves. Restaurants. You can notice that some of them, the vast majority, are named after their own owners. This one has the rainbow symbol on Ocean Drive. The most modern building on Ocean Drive. Ocean Throne Hotel. Lasley. How cute. I don't know this one. The car line, which are the homemade ones over there with pink cushions. And there's a milkshake there, ice and spice. It's beautiful. It's beautiful. I wonder if... Are we reaching the end of the waterfront part? Man, it's a tough competition for Miami, right? The sea here is more beautiful, but Santos is really strong. When you look at the Santos shoreline, you can see the sea right away, but here there are always bushes in front. You see a beautiful, well-kept shoreline, but not the sea itself. At the end of our beloved shoreline with the Betsy Ross. Man, this one is a beautiful classic, very well maintained. Paint is up to date. Perfect. To wrap up, if you enjoyed this little tour, which wasn't about food, it was more of a daily street vlog, let me know in the comments if you want more, and I'll do this in the next cities too. Giannis, is that the restaurant you must try at the Versace Mansion? This is the mansion at 1116 on Ocean Drive. Instagram looks amazing. So many luxurious, excellent photos. It was his house facing the beach. Insane. He was one of the last people to have a house facing here. He left Ocean Drive in Miami Beach, and now we're on downtown Miami's most famous street. Let me introduce you to Biscayne, the stage. His Bubba, Gump, and Bayside enjoying this beautiful day. In the most expensive place to park, $5 an hour. And they make you park for at least 2 hours, so that's $10 just for you to stop here. So make the most of these 2 hours. Bayside. But what matters to us is this right here. Gump. If you haven't watched this Tom Hanks movie, don't even come to the establishment. You have to watch it first. I hope you like it, me too, because I've never been here to eat good shrimp. In it. Wow, Forrest Gump. I don't know if you've watched this movie. Watch it. It's an important moment in your life. Here we have the appetizers. Garlic shrimp for you to eat, calamari, and if you want, the classic mac and cheese. Bubba Patty Deep Car. That's awesome, man. We have a jumbo, giant shrimp for you to enjoy, ceviche, soups, and salads. All for you to have fun. Main courses. We have risotto, shrimp of the gods, shrimp and coconut, forest seafood feast. Here is like a complete combo with everything. I want to understand why they're the red ones. Are the red ones the real deal? What showed up in the movie? We also offer foods from the earth for you to eat, including finger foods and handheld options. On your sides, drinks with American colors. Americans love this aggressive, wild coloring for you to have fun. And here we have the classic line from the movie, "Life is a chocolate." Life is like a box of chocolate. You'll never know what you're gonna get. Life is a little box. You never know what you're gonna get. That's the quickest translation for it. When I lived in the United States, I loved going to Red Lobster for a frozen margarita. Strawberry margarita. I dedicate this frame to Mustache. He was a bartender in New York and doesn't know how to make a frozen. This is a mixed frozen. It won't go down, even sideways. It's still frozen. This margarita is really frozen. I know bartenders worldwide. It's better than any cocktail you've made. Tequila is one of the best drinks for you to have in a cocktail because you can taste the alcohol. It's much better than gin, for example, where you can't taste the alcohol. Your life must be pretty bitter. Tequila is delicious. Strawberry frozen margarita stays in my heart. Man, that's the most aggressive way I've ever seen someone serve shrimp with garlic and oil. Why? He just throws it right there on the tray, packs it full like that, and that's it. Run, Forrest, run. Shrimp right there, oil served on newspaper, just like I had in New Zealand, man. One of the things that needs to be appreciated is this lemon. It's always juicy, man. There's no way around it. A single slice is better than any other Tahiti lemon you buy. It's awesome. Banana, giant bread, look. Hot sauce at your table, your way. What's up? You choose what you want, man, but let me tell you, the sauce for this garlic and oil is different. It's not the usual one. It's tastier, it's greasier. Strong butter flavor. I missed our bigger São Paulo shrimp, right? I had all the breaded options as my main since I'd already eaten the main course. Here, in this themed restaurant, the staff are more communicative. Here we have the little coconut shrimp, which if it's like before, is really damn good. Next to it is a tempura shrimp, crispy, large, and tempura battered with a big shrimp inside. Pacho is a must-have at the chain's restaurants, French fries. Surprisingly, our garlic sauce will likely be today's best. Wow, even with the shell on, this shrimp is big and cooked perfectly. It's fine with the tail and everything, there's just one thing, never take off the shell. You'll lose all the sauce from your shrimp. Are you ready for shrimp and fried snacks? Look at the size of this one, man. You get 3 sauces to try. Let's start with the reddest one. It's likely hot or sweet. Maybe it's sweet. There's the spicy one, the sweet one, the favorite, coconut breaded shrimp. Simply divine. Coconut has a toasted flavor and a bit of sweetness. Let's try our second sauce. This one is stickier, see? It tastes like sugar molasses with a nice honey flavor. And our more liquid sauce, I have no idea with our shrimp. Just normal, just breaded. Man, this one smells like pepper. There. Interesting. It looks like the soy sauce served in Korean restaurants. Very good, sesame like that. Man, great sauce, the best. Funny how the most liquid one is the coolest, right? Famous restaurants in Miami, they're seafood restaurants. Oh no. The Asian sauce and the garlic sauce. 2 of their greatest inventions. Why? The shrimp tempura was the best of the 3 fried foods. You can barely taste it inside its batter. Shrimp ranking, first place. Buttery garlic, oily and delicious. Second place, coconut breaded. Really damn good. Third place, breaded with panko. With this little beauty here. Last place, tempura. One thing I have to congratulate, bro. Even though it's a chain restaurant, apparently the fries are homemade. Absurd. Incredibly, in this Miami series, this restaurant had the best portions for the price. That's not all we consider. We also visited Michelin restaurants. Appetizer, fare, frozen margarita, main course, maybe order another as the main course. This still seems like an appetizer to me, even though we're at the second place. That's good for an appetizer. Like themed restaurants, you take souvenirs home. We have dark chocolate, truffle, milk chocolate, and English toffee. Let's open the box and check it out. I'll leave it for Lydia, right? She welcomed me for free and was sweet. We hadn't spoken in a while. And even so, we have here semi-dark chocolate, milk chocolate, and English toffee. Let's start with the semi-dark one. We're choosing the stronger, harder to remove one. I like bitter. I'll eat half of the milk one to show the filling. It's been a while since I had such a tasty truffle. Which one is the milk? Back to my conclusion, I'm not a big fan of truffles, but the semi-sweet one is better than the milk chocolate one. I don't know why the milk chocolate truffle. I'm not a fan of the direction it's taking. Just look at our little top square. The best one always comes in less. We have 4, the semi-sweet, 4 milk chocolate. 3 very crunchy, tasty caramels that stick to your teeth like Toblerone. Good. Bubba Gump surprised me. Very positive. Among the best services we've had in Miami. And then you add the tip. In this case here, it was 73, 14% will be your 14. And then you just give a signature, man. You can sign however your heart wants, and that's it. It's cute. Give it a like. I think this episode is even better than 24 Hours in Miami with a cooler vibe. We're going to Little Havana now for a Cuban sandwich. We had Michelano for 24 hours already, so shall we eat? A famous one that appeared in the scene from the movie Chef. I know Chef is set in Los Angeles, but the scene happens here too, which is cool. If you watched Fast and Furious, you'll see there's a scene that's in Brazil where they say, "This is Brazil." Then the next scene is in Mexico, pretending it's Brazil. That's proof of what cinema does. They focus on cooler beauties, right? Instead of just staying in the same city, which I think is absurd, because in Brazil you could shoot several scenes for the Fast and Furious movie, I don't know. And here, it already has more of a Grand Theft Auto neighborhood vibe. Those little houses without walls, you know. People live more humbly, a cooler little hood with the community right there. Really awesome. There's land here. Look, you could build a house facing the sea, huh? As a builder, one of my dreams is to bring my brother to the United States so he can work and raise his kids here. This whole complex is Versailles Bakery. Then you come here, we have the main hall of the establishment. Come over here, we have the cafe. You go in, there's the restaurant. There, on that sign, let's walk to the side. We can already see Versailles. Wait, not yet, but it's against the sun, so you probably can't read it. I'll raise the ISO to make it clearer. Versailles, the world's most famous Cuban restaurant, is perfect for your group. Enjoy a great Cuban sandwich. The menu is classic Miami style, right? Miami Vibes of Life, 1971. They opened, and here we have appetizers for you to start with. Soup, man. The menu is really big. We have salads for you to choose from, omelets. It's kind of like the menu at Bella Paulista. We have the special menus of the day, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and Sunday. And here we have the steaks. I asked the most famous waiter, and he said vaca frita, ropa vieja, and picadillo a la cubana are the most famous. If you want, the most famous fish dish is here. Versailles paella is still a great deal after conversion. Only $17.95 for a paella. Here comes the yellow rice with shrimp and clams. Not sure what that is. Then we have mussels, squid, chicken, and fish served with sweet plantains. Dude, $17.95. Scary. Then there's the chicken. The one that carries the house's name, Chicken Versailles. It's the most famous of them all. Moving on to the roast pork Cuban style. And then it came here and became sandwiches. The most famous one, our famous Cuban sandwich, which is what I'm going to order to finish this episode about famous foods. Here it is, the real Cuban sandwich. Man, the layer of ham is thick, isn't it? So beautiful. I'm excited. The bread comes as a loaf, like a baguette, right? Very greasy here. It's shiny outside and looks like pie. Inside, beautiful ham. Look how beautiful in this shape. A beautiful ham with mustard, Cuban seasoning, bacon. This ham is unlike any you've ever had. It cuts your mouth like pastrami. Still, it's funny, like the bread, man. I only had fried food today, a Cuban baguette. It's the greasiest food I've had. Man, I can't even touch my camera. Ah, there's a layer of chicken down here. It's not pork, right? This is probably the most protein-packed sandwich you can get. Want to try something new and still stay on your diet? Yeah, let's go, man. Delicious and simple. The less is more approach. The mustard adds great flavor, and you notice it with every protein. I like the taste of pickles here, you know? Good cucumber, it's right on the edge. If it weren't for the pork fat, it would be almost dry. Getting the protein-rich part, I'd say this is the best restaurant we visited today. And it wouldn't be minimalist. That's not the right word, because it has its own charm, but it's light. You know, it's not that architecture loaded with information that Miami really likes. It's a simple classic. And the shade of green is beautiful. And the clientele of the establishment is an older crowd. I think I'm the youngest person sitting at these tables here. Since the 1970s and 1980s, customers aged with the restaurant and kept returning. An excellent cheese. It reminds you of Parmesan with a golden touch. It reminds you of Parmesan with Swiss. Excellent. Just like the sandwich. Good sandwich. I still say we need more sandwich shops in Brazil. We should make a habit of eating more sandwiches, not just burgers. As burgers have evolved, sandwiches should too. Isn't it just habit? We need to help people build it. Or just import Latinos in general, say, because they eat more sandwiches than we do over there.
Now, besides leaving your like, you can become a member of the channel, and there's a feature where you can access the videos in advance. Priority access for members. I just uploaded this video, which releases next week. Join as a member to watch early. This lets you binge watch everything at once since I released the whole season early, so there's no waiting for new videos. Watch Cabo Marathon videos anytime. Leave a like.